Good evening, guys, and a very warm welcome again in the TBM at 15 November to Alpha Lima, sitting on the ground in Dublin with medium weather. So let's get this thing ready. Don't need that, we'll just have a quick walk around. We are picking up this plane flying from Dublin on a sit to the north all the way to Belfast. It's a quick time, roughly half an hour flight time, and a land over there in a southerly direction, probably vectored in by ATC. So let's close the hatches, the rear hatch especially, and we'll jump in the plane. To show you very quick what we're going to do. So again, starting at EIDW, which is Dublin, runway 28 right with a SID, which is called a Never 1 November departure to the north, over to Nevry, which is a transition. A couple of waypoints there, and going to EGAC, which is Belfast City, over here, with probably vectoring by ATC into runway 22 there. Airtime 27 minutes, block time 55 minutes, quick flight, nothing special. Departure 1805. We have 6 minutes left to departure. 5 flight level 170, and the fuel which we will need is 384 kilos. So let's keep that in mind when we set up the plane. So, but real first, we'll make sure everybody is aware of us by hitting the nav lights. Then we'll listen to the ATIS while preparing all the rest of the flight plan of the plane. Then we'll import the flight plan via SimBrief, flight plan, menu, import from SimBrief. And every 1 November departure, which is the correct one, then we'll just listen to the ATIS by hitting the waypoint info frequencies and looking for the ATIS, which is going to be this one here, 124530. Alright. No, not that one.
600. Temperature 16, 2.10. QNH 1016.
1016 was set at 16.
Advise on initial contact. You have information
384 kilo. We have at the moment
Dublin Airport. Information
2 kilo.
Yankee. 1730 Zulu. Arriving runway 28 left. Departing runway 28 right.
More than enough.
Wind
DOG is good.
300 at 15.
Close
Visibility 10
the
kilometers.
door.
Few at 1800 cumulonimbus. Scattered at 3000. Broken at 3600. Temperature 16, 2.10. QNH 1016. Transition level 60. Advise on initial contact. You have information Yankee.
We've got Yankee and we have delivery
Dublin
already
Airport.
in the
Information.
GTM inactive 122985. We'll ask for clearance. Dublin delivery, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima over at the GA with information. Yankee request IFR clearance to Belfast, please.
November 24 Alpha Lima, cleared to George Best Belfast City via the Nevry 1 November departure. Initial climb 4000, departure on 119.555, squawk 6727, expect runway 28 right, released for departure, clearance void if not off by 1816 Zulu, time now 1801.
Bid to Belfast via the Nevry 1 November departure. Initial climb 4000, departure 119.555, squawking 6727, and runway 28 right, November 24 Alpha Lima. We got the transponder set 6727. Altitude reporting on 4000 kHz local.
Alpha Lima,
all
read
good.
back correct. Ground will be on 130.79er.
Ground 13079er, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So we'll pick ground up on the frequency there and just ask for engine start directly. Like so. Dublin ground, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima with information Yankee request engine start. We need for that a little bit of strobe lights to make sure everyone knows what we're
November
doing.
24 Alpha Lima, startup approved.
Startup is approved, November 24 Alpha Lima. Prop RPM to the max. Nobody's around. Start. Watching engine rising. 50% stabilizing, go to low idle. Watching the ITT, not over temp. 850 is the margin we want to look at. That is good. Engines rising. T's and P's in the green. That is all good. Then idle, we don't need the ignition anymore. Aux fuel pump to auto, fuel selector to auto. Then all the gyro instrument we will turn on, like so. Strobe come on later on, taxi lights will come on now, EVIS master will come on, and the Peter 1, Peter 2, we'll see if, I think we're gonna need the icing systems on today actually. AP transfer master on, then we set 170, so we'll set 180 here on the pressurization. Air condition on, bleed high, fan flow auto, and we are good to go, guys. Okay.
Ground 752 752, hello again.
We'll wait for our turn.
Now, so if you're happy, we're ready to go. 752 8 firm, 5 Alpha 8 firm, push start approved again, turbo release point, Papa QNH 1027. That's Papa 1027, 752.
Ground November 24 Alpha Lima, ready to taxi. Probably gonna go over there, runway 28 right.
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to holding point, runway 28 right via Whiskey 2, hold short of runway 34.
Taxi holding point runway 28 right via Whiskey 2 and hold short runway 34, November 24 Alpha Lima. So Whiskey 2, this is the one we're gonna go to. We're gonna go turn back, go there and over here, and we'll hold short there. Alright, let's go, guys. Taxi brakes can come off. See that we assume correct position in the plane, like so. Alright.
Embrace 31, you taxi straight ahead now onto Hotel 1, then speed left along runway 16 to hold short of runway 28. Straight ahead now, Hotel 1, left runway 16 to hold short runway 28.
Alright, like so. Next spawn will be tower frequency, we'll see what we can find later on. So, next one here on the yellow line, take a left turn. Now.
Shamrock 6, you then get link 2, you'll see a Delta 767 from the right, give way to them, then follow them left onto Fox 1, then Echo 1, hold
then left zigzag, and then onto Whiskey 2. This is Whiskey 2 coming up here. We're going to take a left turn here and wait for instruction by ATC. See if we can cross that runway already.
Oh, sorry, up the way, Shamrock 6, Juliet Yankee, alright. November 24 Alpha Lima, cross runway 34, then continue taxi via Mike, link 4, Foxtrot Outer, link 5, Foxtrot Outer, link 6, Charlie, Kilo, November, November 1.
Cross runway 34, then continue taxi via Mike, link 4, F Outer, link 5, F Outer, link 6, Charlie, Kilo, November, and November 1, November 24 Alpha Lima.
Approaching runway 34.
So outer, November, and November 1.
Aircraft, information Bravo is now current QNH 1016.
You take a left turn here on outer. Here on the right side, take a left turn here. All clear. All good, okay. F outer. In the meantime, we'll prepare for the departure. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi.
Shamrock 3, Echo Lima, taxi from November.
Request ATC clearance.
Echo Lima, taxi now onto...
Taxi light on.
Then Fox 1 and Echo 1, hold short of 3.
Release parking brake.
That's not too correct.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Before takeoff checklist. Did I say taxi before? I'm sorry, guys.
Before
Not your
takeoff.
fault.
Landing lights, nav, and strobe lights A on. Verify that cabin pressurization and ventilation systems are set.
They are checked.
Set flaps to the takeoff position.
Flaps takeoff.
Set trim to the green arc.
Set.
Check de-icing systems.
We have them on.
Check CAS messages.
CAS messenger non-existent.
AP pre-selectors and avionics and weather radar.
We'll do that now. Nav and out.
Check amps below 50.
Checked.
Optional run-up, hold brakes, move throttle to 1900 RPM, move RPM lever to feather, observe the RPM drop, move back to max, click the prop speed button, observe RPM drop, return to idle.
Check. Not gonna do that today because it's too
Okay, let me
boring
know
for
when
you
it's
guys.
set.
Set. Coming on November here.
Before
Going
takeoff checklist
all
complete.
the way to November 1.
577 Charlie, hold short of runway 28, mark our frequency now on 118.6, good morning.
Hold short runway 28, 118.6,
Power controller will be probably one of these guys. We'll see what he gives us. We'll do it on the fly later on.
Shamrock 66, Victor, push your boat in about 3 or 4 minutes. Copy. Roger.
So nav altitude flight directors are on. Flaps is takeoff and also indicated down here, which is good.
Line up runway 28.
I'm gonna wait with those lights until we are lining up on runway 28 right. There is one Airbus, no, it's a Boeing 737 before us, and we'll just stay behind him. Probably he's gonna handle some.
November 24
Oh, there it
Alpha
is.
Lima, contact tower on 118.6. Have a good evening.
Tower 1186 November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye. Dublin Tower, good evening. November 24 Alpha Lima. In sequence, holding short 28 right, ready for departure.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Dublin Tower, runway 28 right, hold short, you're number 1 behind the 737.
Holding short number 1, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, so we'll hold short and stay put. And now it's time to get some lights going. Strobe lights, landing lights, taxi lights, that is all good. Parking brake is set, that gives us a warning. We'll just roll on here.
Actually, contact ground north frequency 125.885, good morning. 2585,
Quickly brief, that's it. So we are starting runway heading. Straight ahead, 750, right turn to Delta Whiskey 020, 4000. Then a couple of waypoints over to Nevry, which is a restriction below flight of 230, which is all okay for us. Okay, that is nothing special there. Transition altitude is 5000. That is when we're going to change to the local Kinetic 1013, and Dublin departure going to be one of these.
November 24 Alpha Lima, runway 28 right, line up and wait, caution wake turbulence.
Line up runway 28 right, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, clear final. Runway is clear as well. The guy is starting over there. It's going to take off in a bit.
Approaching runway 28 right.
Talked about wake turbulence. We'll see about that in a minute. We are lined up like so. We're not going to bother about the inertial separator, which we always have to hold
November
on.
24 Alpha Lima, runway 28 right, winds 280 at 16, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 28 right, cleared for takeoff. November 24 Alpha Lima. Alright. Next will be departure 119555. That's what he said before in the clearance. Set that while we're rolling. Takeoff power is set. Try and hold the center line there. 555 is set. We have departure in the standby. Okay, perfect. 85, we'll rotate there. Positive climb, tap the brake, gear up.
5 knots runway 28 clear for takeoff.
110 knots, flaps can come off. Or can come up, sorry. Bye bye. Dublin. Okay, 850 mode can come in. Watch the torque, not over torque. It's good, yaw damper can come on, and we'll go to IS mode at 140 knots, which is perfect. Beautiful views here, guys. Raining, we're getting in the clouds here soon, guys.
4 Alpha Lima, contact Dublin departure on 119.555.
Over to departure 119.555 November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks, bye. Dublin departure, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, 2000, climbing 4000.
For 24 Alpha Lima, Dublin departure, identified, climb flight level 230, turn right heading 360, then direct Nevri when able.
Climb flight level 230, then right heading 360, direct Nevri, November 24 Alpha Lima. So on a heading mode, as you can see there, 360, that is straight ahead from us now. Not really sure what he wanted us to do about that. I think we're going to go direct Nevri after that in a second. IS mode is set.
124 Alpha Lima, contact Dublin Centre on 120.755.
Dublin Centre 120.755, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks, bye. That was a quick one. Dublin Centre, November 24 Alpha Lima, 4000, climbing flight level 230, November.
4 Alpha Lima, Dublin Centre, identified. Good evening, Dublin, QNH 1016.
We're gonna go direct Nevri in that case, because he told us so. And go back to nav mode, like so. Yeah, that makes sense. 360, direct Nevri. That is just perfect. In the clouds. And we got some winds here on the left side, left cross. Okay, looks like it's clearing up a bit here. Yep. Breaking out of the clouds here. Very cool. Climb checklist. We passed transition altitude, we're gonna go standard.
Set IS mode at 130140 knots.
Check.
De-icing as rec needed when the temp is 10 Celsius or less, or when visible moisture is present.
Checked.
Monitor your torque gauge. Should be 121 or less at all times. Reduce as needed.
Checked. IDT is good.
Set STD altimeter above transition altitude. Landing lights off above 10,000 feet.
Can do that now.
Climb checklist complete.
Alright, perfect. Let's get a screenshot here for the video.
Morning Delta 154 Heavy, 170, descending 130 with
Okay, we are well underway. And let's have a look at what's up next. We're going direct Nevri, our transition below 230, and don't forget this, we got a new altitude. I'm going to set that altitude now, pressurization 240. Then Abzun, sorry, Mage, or maybe vectoring in for runway 22 over in Belfast. What kind of approach we're going to expect? I think we're going to use this one here. Not sure whether we can use this one, just add that to the route to get all the information that we need for the approach. Which is NB ILS DME runway 22, which is all correct. Listen to the ATC over there, 124580, let's set that now. 124580. Doing this with my IFR 1 controller, which makes everything much easier.
Port, information Papa. 1750
Papa
Zulu.
in Belfast.
Arriving and departing runway 22. Wind 280 at
22
8.
is correct.
Visibility 10 kilometers. Sky clear. Temperature 16.
I thought it was going to be bad weather there.
QNH 1014.
1014.
Level 70. Military aircraft conducting operations in the area. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Papa in 1014.
George Best, Belfast City Airport. Information, Papa. 1750 Zulu.
ILS 22.
Arriving and departing runway 22. Wind 280 at 8.
The transition
Visibility
Magi.
0 kilometers.
ILS 22. Load
Sky
approach.
clear. Temperature 16. Dew point 9er. QNH 1014. Transition level 70.
70.
Military aircraft conducting operations in the area. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Papa.
George Best, Belfast City Airport. Information, Papa. 1750 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 2.
Still have the crosswind from the left side, 26 knots. On the way to Nevri. And I'm guessing that we're going to get a vector in for runway 22 there, not this steep, weird approach that we have in the flight plan. Probably it's going to give us something different. I'll see. All we'll see. Height is fine. I can crank it up a bit.
723, can you climb to 160,
Watch the torque limit. 830 is fine. All good. Perfect. Yes. So why don't we just brief the approach real quick. What are we gonna expect? It is Belfast. It is ILS DME runway 22. That is all correct. We've listened to the ATIS. We have Papa 1014 and transition level 70. For localize the frequencies.
November 24 Alpha Lima. I'll call your descent in roughly 5 minutes. Feel free to ask if you'd like it sooner.
Not gonna answer that. Just give me a quick tick on the button. Yes, where were we? Localized frequency 101,101.
November 24 Alpha
set.
Lima. Contact Belfast. Approach on 130.855.
Belfast approach 130.855, November 24 Alpha Lima. Bye bye. 130.855, and we got Papa. Belfast approach, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight number 20 with Papa.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Belfast approach identified. Good evening, expect the ILS runway 22 approach into Belfast.
We'll expect the ILS runway 22 approach into Belfast, November 24 Alpha Lima. So everything holds up so far. Right, ILS runway 22. Okay, localized frequency 101, we have that in the active mode in nav1. There it is. Final course 216. Why don't we set that already here?
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Dublin Centre on 120.755.
Over the center 120.755, November 24 Alpha Lima. That is a weird thing, not what you would expect in reality. Dublin Center, November 24 Alpha Lima with you again on flight level 210 with Papa. Not sure why he did that. Well, we'll see.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Dublin Centre, identified. Good evening, we'll send a truck to guide you.
Okay, that's great. Brian. Yeah, your controllers are drunk, or they're just on crystal meth, or they're smoking pot. We'll send a truck to guide you. Yeah, why don't you? Okay, whatever. So now I'm stuck on Dublin Centre, even though I would have to be on the approach controller. I'm gonna back actually. I'm gonna go back and just do the same thing. Belfast approach, good evening, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight level 220 with information Papa. And don't send me back to that weird truck guy.
24 Alpha Lima, Belfast approach, identified. Good evening.
Okay, that is much better. Okay, let's continue. 216, that's where we were at. 215 and 216, like so. Frequency set.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Dublin Centre Centre on 120.755.
He doesn't want me to. Alright, I'll go back to center 120.755 November 24 Alpha Lima. Dublin Center, hi again, November 24 Alpha Lima, flight number 230. And don't send me a truck, come on.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Dublin Center, thanks for Papa, identified. Good evening.
Hallelujah. Okay, let's go. Let's continue. Decision, or no, final approach point or fix for the glide slope intercept is 2000, the Delta 6.1 DME from that localizer. So where is that? That's here. FF222 at 2000. Connected the glide slope with a standard slope of 3%. Then this is altitude in Belfast. We are here. ILS. So it's going to be the standard of 200, which is an altitude of 212 and visibility 550. So that is all standard. Okay. What do we do if we go missed? We'll go straight ahead to 3000, like so. Straight ahead to 3000. Then left turn on the localizer track.
At your discretion, descend flight level 140.
Descend flight level 140, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, now we're descending, and let's have a look at what we have in the flight plan. And we said we want to be at 2000 over there.
November 24 Alpha Lima, descend flight level 110.
Descend flight level 110, November 24 Alpha Lima. Want to be 2000 there and set that in BNAV, and that is the absolute minimum that we should descend, which is this one here. So we'll go 1500 is more than enough. Okay, perfect. See,
Operations in the area. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Still got Papa. It was 1014 before.
Belfast City Airport. Information, Papa. 1750 Zulu.
As we're descending, set that sea level.
Wind 280 at 8. Visibility 10 kilometers.
November 24 Alpha Lima, descend flight level 070.
Descend flight level 070, November 24 Alpha Lima.
TAC, you have information, Papa.
Yes, we know.
George Best, Belfast City Airport. Information, Papa. 1750 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 22. Wind 280 at 8. Visibility 10 kilometers. Sky clear. Temperature 16, dew point 9er. QNH 1014.
Okay, 1014 is still active. Okay.
November 24 Alpha Lima, descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 1014.
Down to 6,000 feet on QNH 1014, November 24 Alpha Lima. 6,000, QNH 1014, which is the local QNH now. Get some lights going for the upcoming approach. Descent checklist.
Descent. Set field elevation, but not before descent. When starting descent, pull throttle back to 100 TRQ, set altitude, and set VS based off of the VNAV page. Descent through TRS alt. Local QNH, set left, set right.
Already done.
Landing and taxi lights below 10,000 feet.
We already have them on, just to be safe.
Descent checklist complete.
Alright, perfect. So why don't we just have a quick look at the rest of the chart? The next one's going to be tower, I guess, or maybe the approach controller. Normally it should be. Aha. All right. Yes, of course, we are on the wrong one. So 130855 would be the correct one. So maybe we got to hand over to there and then to tower. We will see about that. MSA minimal safe minimal sector altitude is depicted here. Not an issue for us. There is a published hold over where MHA. Well, it's minimal height altitude HB localizer track. Is it somewhere here? Probably over here, right? HB localizer track. This is where the hold is. And the minimal hold altitude 2,800. What about the speeds here? There's a hold also there. So much information here, and I can't really see if there's a speed restriction. Probably there is, and I can't see it. We'll see. Yes, anything different that you've noticed in this flight as compared to other flights? Yes, the chatter and the background is much more realistic. This is FS ATC Chatter, which is really cool. You just set all the languages you want and also the countries. So I've set Ireland now. Just show you that real quick. Ireland, and it's gonna adapt the controllers.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn right heading 100, vectors for the ILS runway 22 approach. This is to give you room to get down.
Right heading 100, vectors for the ILS runway 22 approach. November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks. Okay, that is much room. He's giving me a lot of room here, but whatever. Okay. Then vectors, we can go to localizer mode now. Check that we have that course of 216. Was it 216? It was 216. Perfect. Yes. FS ATC Chatter. This is what it is. It's a great little thing. As you can hear, I'll just set it a little bit louder so you can hear it better. It's going to be connected to the sim, and it's going to notice if you're in a center, approach, or double, or a tower, or ground, or whatever. See, we are on center now. He's going to switch that by himself as soon as you switch the frequency within SayIntentions. And it can be connected to SayIntentions, which is great.
Ukraine International 232, good morning.
Ukraine International 232, good morning. Squawk 1171, confirm flight level.
Squawk 1171, level 350, CPLC.
Okay, this is gonna take some time, guys. We just might speed it up a bit. Descending through the weather here.
232, radar contact, continue to Dogal, cleared from Dogal to Liffey.
Dogal, lift, Ukraine International 232.
Okay, firm, advise if you want to level change.
November 24 Alpha Lima, contact Belfast approach on 130.855.
Over to Belfast approach 130855, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks, bye. Belfast approach, good evening again, November 24 Alpha Lima, descending through flight level 1104 6000 on vectors. Hope that is going to give me a left turn.
November 24 Alpha Lima, Belfast approach identified, welcome back, thanks for pop-up.
I think you need to vector me differently. This is the weird vector. Not sure what it's going to do. I'm going to just comply with everything that he does. See what happens. Not sure what he wants.
1132 Fox, we're just at 200 knots. Been doing enough and I'm in that seat to fuck.
What is he doing? What the heck is he doing? Belfast approach November 2 for Lima. I'm on a weird vector which is heading 100. Is that really correct?
November 24 Alpha Lima, Belfast approach identified. Welcome back. Thanks for pilot.
You suck. Belfast approach, November 2 for Alpha Lima, request vectors for the ILS runway 22 approach. Yeah, there's sometimes it works perfectly, and today the
November
vectoring
2
is
Alpha Lima,
crap.
turn left heading 025, vectors for the ILS runway 22 approach, speed 210 knots.
Left heading 025, vectors for the ILS runway 22 approach, speed 210 knots, November 2 for Alpha Lima, thanks. So 025 it is, like so, and 210 it is. Slow this thing up and go to normal mode. We're at 6,000 already. And local QNH is set. Okay, that is much better now.
Runway 60, thank you, Zulu, established, may radius 180.
AFR 180 knots, 60, thank you, Zulu, contact tower 118.6.
Okay, he's gonna send us, I don't know where.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn left heading 315, descend 5,000.
Left heading 315 and descend 5,000, November 2 for Alpha Lima. So 315 is set, 5,000 is set, and we're gonna go down like so. This is more like it. I'm not sure what that controller did. Doesn't matter. We got lights on, we got everything good, fuel is okay.
Thank you, Runner 7 Romeo Bravo, contact tower 118.6, bye-bye. Tower 118.6, Runner 7.
As you can hear, the chatter in the background is really... It's taken from live ATC actually. So there are affiliate controllers that are... They can register freely at the webpage and then download live ATC material from their controllers in their countries. So for Ireland there's a lot of chatter, Switzerland as well, UK as well, and Holland, Dutch controller as well.
325 to center 3,000 feet.
Okay, looking better. She is sending us directly here to MAGI or CF22, and then will give us a vector into that FF22, that final approach point for runway ILS 22. Next one's going to be tower 1 to 2830, I'll set that 122.
Runway 1 Alpha Bravo, contact the ground,
122.830, like so. Alright, perfect.
Bravo Yankee.
210 knot on the spot.
Number 1 wind is calm.
Bravo Yankee.
Yeah, what do you think about the chatter? I think it's just great. Just enhances the immersion for a flight like this, especially since the chatter that you hear on SayIntentions sometimes just feels like robotic. Even though I must say one thing that is much better, they just took away the piston engine sounds in jet aircraft ATC chatter, and that is great stuff because that was just horrible. Listen to the A320 talk to ATC with the piston engine in the background. So we are here, getting closer and closer. So far no hold.
Ryanair 7 Romeo Bravo, speed 180 or greater to maximum.
210 knots. Okay guys, if you can tell me what this is, that happens randomly. This blinging sound, and I haven't been able to figure out what
November
it
24
is.
Alpha Lima, speed 200 knots.
200 knots, November 24 Alpha Lima. We got the localizer frequency, we have the course set We are on localizer mode and we'll wait for that clearance before we hit that approach button.
Six November Yankee with 210 degrees 7 knots, runway 28 right, you can take off.
Good, take off to the right, have a good day when I take that Yankee.
So that guys was over in Dublin. Yeah, if anybody knows what this blinging sound is, please tell me. I have no clue what it is.
November 24 Alpha Lima, turn left, heading 270.
Left heading 270, November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, that is looking even better. So going direct to FF22, He's directing me direct to the final approach point, which is okay for me. But then you need to give me descent as well. And that's going to be 2000 for the next.
November 1 and hold short runway 28 right. Okay, taxi November 1, hold short 28 right, Sherman 5 seconds. 105, taxi November 1, hold short.
So you need to give me descent, lady. Vectors are good, but
November 24 Alpha
there
Lima,
it is.
turn left, heading 265, descend 2000.
Left heading 265, descend 2000, November 24 Alpha Lima. That is not bad. Perfect. Spot on, actually. So we have 265, 2000, and we're descending. So the vectoring now really perfect. So a little minor glitch there with that switching over to center and back to approach and center approach. And the truck he wanted to send me, that was was the highlight of the flight. Okay, there's a little bit of rain over there. Nothing to worry about though. Descending nicely. We will be at 2000 there, which is completely enough for us to intercept the localizer and the lights. There is some hefty crosswind there. Okay, let's have a look at the airport here in Belfast, what it looks like. Not sure where the GA is. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna just do a long landing.
Speed 200 knots.
Speed 200 knots, November 24 Alpha Lima. We'll go flap 1. It's gonna make things easier to reach that speed. There it is. And they're also deployed. Good stuff. Yes, so GA is gonna be here. Let's have a look at the chart real quick. GA prone. So we're going to do a long landing to vacate on Alpha, okay?
Charlie 85, Tango descend altitude 3000. Then go to 3000,
It looks as if we're going to expect some rain over there. We will see, I guess. Here.
Shamrock 6 Alpha Papa localizer established. Thank you, Shamrock 6 Alpha Papa, speed 160 or greater to 4 miles. 160 or
November
greater.
24 Alpha Lima, 3 miles from FF22. Turn right heading 285. Cleared for the ILS runway 22 approach.
Right heading 285, cleared for the ILS runway 22 approach. November 24 Alpha Lima. Okay, so I just saw that we are too close and try to take me back there.
Contact Belfast Tower on 122.83 when established.
Belfast Tower 122.83 when established, November 24 Alpha Lima. Thanks, bye. So vectoring not perfect, because we're descending through that glide slope now.
Tarmac 1 Lima Kilo, contact ground 121 flight, bye-bye.
So too close to the airport. Gear down. Descend some more.
Hold short, runway 28 right. November 2, hold short 28 right, right. Good morning. Morning.
Localizer is alive and captured. And now we just have to capture the glide slope, which is captured there. Okay. We are on localizer capture. Okay, we switch over to tower now. Belfast Tower, good evening. November 24 Alpha Lima established, ILS 22. Lights are on. Tank to the fullest, which is right. Runway 22 cleared to land, November 24 Alpha Lima. Local QNH, and then set the heading to the correct, which is 216 as we land, in case we go missed. Like so. Okay, we still have some crosswind, 21 knots on the cross from the right.
Echo Romeo, line up runway 28, full length to runway available.
Line up 28, full length available, thank you.
Full flaps. Yeah, it is windy. It is real windy here. Indicated and they're deployed as well.
Ryanair 153 along the Bravo taxiway, taxi Hotel 2 and hold short of runway 3.
It is windy, guys. Wish me luck. So we're crabbing this thing in. Still 17, 18 knots from the right side. It's probably going to be a little bit less later on. It is gusty. It is really gusty.
240 degrees, 7 knots, runway 34, clear takeoff.
16 knots from the right side. Still crosswind. Welcome to Belfast, guys. Very nice views here. No rain on the final, which is okay for me.
Shamrock 3 Echo Romeo, wind 240
Let's have some fun and fly this thing ourselves.
28, clear takeoff. Bye bye.
Clear takeoff today, Shamrock 3 Echo Romeo.
It is windy. It is really windy here. 50 knots cross from the right side, a little bit high on the slope. Doesn't matter because we have to do a long landing for that alpha all the way down. So that is actually okay for us.
Ryanair 28 Charlie from Papa 1, enter backtrack and line up runway 34, Abeam Alpha and wait.
From Papa 1, enter backtrack 34, Abeam Alpha and wait on into Charlie.
70 knots. Keep that crab right until the end. Get rid of the power.
77 Charlie,
keep the crab.
Runway 28, full length to runway
keep
available.
the crab.
Line up runway 28,
Left pedal there. And not a perfect landing, guys. Anyway, we tried our best. Welcome to Belfast. Gonna roll all the way down to Alpha. We're gonna take a left exit to the GA. Yeah, the landing was crap. Otherwise, a
Ryanair
really
153, cross runway 34 onto Hotel 1, hold on Hotel 1.
uneventful flight.
Hold at Hotel 1, Ryanair 153.
And we're gonna exit here to Alpha 2. Alright, there we go.
November 24 Alpha Lima, exit at Alpha if able, say parking.
Exit Alpha, need to go to the GA ramp, please.
Approaching runway 4.
November 24 Alpha Lima, taxi to General Aviation, apron stand 21E via Alpha. Good day.
General Aviation apron stand 21E via Alpha, November 24 Alpha Lima, thanks. So 21E, which one is that? 21E. Down here, so we're gonna take a right and go 21E. Alright. Yeah, so FS Chatter, good add-on to the sim, especially when you're doing flights like this one here.
Shamrock
SayIntentions.
59 kilo, wind 240 degrees, 8 knots, runway 28, clear takeoff. Bye-bye.
Clear takeoff, runway 28, 7 knots, 5, 9 kilo, thanks.
As you can see, the crosswind was harsh and the landing was crap. as you saw. Yeah, when you have that FS
582, line up runway 28, full line to runway
ATC Chatter on, you will need to turn off, or you can keep SayIntentions ATC Chatter on, but it's gonna disturb. So, taking left here, try to see if I find that 21E. I think it's over here. I guess it's that one. And we're gonna just...
Seabird 831 uniform, line up runway 28,
there it is.
full line to runway available.
Alright.
Morning, Seabird 831 uniform, line up 28.
There it is. Guys, I hope you liked the flight. In the TBM at 50 again, it's been a while. Really fun, always to fly this thing. And just quickly what I said before, the FS ATC Chatter, you can use that along with SayIntentions Chatter. It will stop to talk as soon as SayIntentions gives a message. But I find it better when you just turn off the ATC of SayIntentions and let FS ATC do the work. Yes, I wish you a good evening. See you next time, and have a good one. Bye-bye.
Golf Yankee, line up runway 34, beam alpha and wait.
Line up 34, beam alpha and wait, Ryanair 13 Golf Yankee.